You don't have a stress problem, you have a nervous system problem. Let me explain. In this video, I'm going to share some tools about how to train your nervous system to deal with more stress. My name is Aubrey, and I'm a functional nutritionist, a personal trainer, and a somatic movement coach currently living in Ecuador. Welcome to my channel. And I'm going to talk about how you can, instead of looking for more calm and peace, how instead you can train your nervous system to be more resilient and to learn how to recover from stressful moments in life. Because, and I'm going to tell you that in my experience, I was that yoga studio owner who was stressed all the time. And I was running a studio, teaching multiple classes a day, running a team, managing social media, training, doing teacher trainings, and supposedly trying to be peace and relaxed. But I realized very quickly that this so-called yogic lifestyle at the time was never actually going to give me that sense of calm and I guess just peace with myself, until I started recognizing that everything that I had been preaching in yoga classes, deep breathing, taking moments to pause, taking moments just to have for myself throughout the day, was key. And so now, coming out on the other side of burnout, because that's what happened, is I had this very successful yoga studio, lots of teachers, lots of classes, lots of fun programs, open houses and challenges and community events and teacher trainings. But here I was feeling like a fraud because I felt anxious all the time and I felt burnt out and my work wasn't fulfilling me, it was draining me. And so I realized, well, the problem was me. I'm the problem. I'm the one who isn't coming down from that stress. And so I started researching and learning about the nervous system. And this is what yoga teaches us, that our nervous system, it pendulates, right? And we need to, and this is what yoga philosophy teaches us, we need to be able to meet stress and come back down from it. And so now I look at my life on the other side of burnout, and I look at what I do to help balance my stress. Because here's the thing, now I'm not a yoga studio owner, but I do online coaching and personal training, and I still teach classes in person and on online courses that I have and from an online platform in both English and both Spanish. I still have I would say my stress is not less. And that's the thing about life, is that life never gets really less stressful. I always say life keeps throwing you new obstacles, new challenges. It doesn't stop. There's never oh, great. and it's amazing that we do get these opportunities and these challenges because we get to grow. They're opportunities to grow. However, when you can learn how to regulate yourself and become more resilient to stress, then you start to train your body, you start to train your system that, oh, okay, more stress I can handle, but I can also come down from it. So it wasn't until I started really training hard, and I'm not talking about yoga now, but it wasn't until, so I was this stressed out, crazy yoga teacher owning a studio, doing all these things. But it wasn't until I started strength training and started doing, HIIT training. I jumped into the CrossFit world. It wasn't until I started pushing my stress threshold higher that I actually got better at managing stress. So and that's the thing, is your stress threshold will go higher and higher. And as that happened, one, I realized that my body got more resilient to that, but two, I noticed that, okay, the tools that I use to de-stress became the bedrock and the foundation for my daily life. So I made sleep number one priority. I made moments of no screen time part of my day. I made nature time part of my day. Walks part of my day. Moments where it's like a counter pose in yoga when you come into the peak pose and then you take your counter pose and you relax. Or when you're, doing a bunch of squats in the gym and then afterwards you sit down and you take a breather, you have a cool down. So I started implementing those natural moments throughout my day. Cool down. And this looks like taking deep breaths, going for walks along the river, and having time in nature, and having time where I'm off my phone and I'm quietly more present, especially after moments of high intensity during my day. I make sure to pendulate, to take. I was more capable of handling more stress. And it wasn't because things were less stressful for me. Things are still very stressful for me now. But it's my relationships with stress that is so different. And it's my resiliency towards stress that is so different. I've trained that muscle. I've prepared for it. I plan for it. I make sure that recovery, that pendulation of being up here and then swinging down and being over here. And it's as simple as when I come home from a hard workout and I'm gonna sit down and have a post-workout meal. It's as simple as sitting down at the table and sitting down at the table, taking a few deep breaths, letting go of any device, and then mindfully taking a sip of my protein shake. So again, you don't have a stress problem, you have a nervous system problem. And when you start to realize, oh, it's my nervous system, you become powerful because now you can train for it. Because you can never control what stressors life is gonna throw at you. You can't control that. We don't know. We never know what's gonna get thrown at us. But what you can control is the way your nervous system responds to it. And today I heard this quote about good people, and it was the way that good people respond to bad things. Like, oh, I don't believe that, bad things don't happen to good people. It's more that good people respond well to bad things. And I think that quote also shares the similarity of what I'm trying to say here, is that stress is always going to be there. The world is stressful. Walking out the door is stressful. But what you can do is start training your nervous system by deep breathing, slowing down, taking some walks, pausing during your day, looking up, staring at nature, giving yourself little moments to pendulate throughout your day so that you train your nervous system to become more resilient to stress. So, thanks for watching the video. And if you liked the tips that I shared, please like and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to leave a comment about things that you'd like to learn about, maybe somatic movement or the nervous system, practices that you can do to help become more resilient to stress.